Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 76, guys. Oh, it's actually been a bit since I recorded Boruto because I recorded ahead of time. I had a bit of a vacation, which is kind of funny because now the holidays are coming up, but I'm still doing all my episodes like normal. I'm recording this one a little bit before the day that I normally used to record, just because the day that I want to record is actually on Christmas. Now, for you guys on YouTube, you're gonna notice that this is way after Christmas. It's because I do early access. You guys can check that out on my Patreon if you want. For supporters on there, you get access to episodes ahead of time, and because of that, I'm a few weeks ahead on there, which causes this to be delayed. But for those of you on early access, I hope you have a great holiday. This will be releasing the day after Christmas, so I hope you guys, for those of you that celebrate it, and for those of you that celebrate other holidays and stuff like that, I hope you have a great season and everything like that, and stuff like that. And for those of you on YouTube, we're a few weeks past it. We might even be past New Year's by this point. I hope you all had, all the good holidays and all the good times and everything. So, shout outs to all of you guys. Celebrate with your family. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, I don't know. Call your parents, do something. Just have a good time. Anyways, with that out of the way, we should talk about Boruto, shall we? Or shouldn't we? Shall we? What was I about to say there? I don't even know. But yeah, last week we had the Snake Ladies, right? That was the last episode we watched, I believe. They were going to see the sage. They ran into like the little guardian ladies that had to test Boruto's resolve. I still don't know if the other team members had their resolve tested, or if they were just knocked out and it was just up to Boruto, because they were all passed out when Boruto got to them. But either way, Boruto passed, but the sage said that he passed only to learn um the sage arts and stuff like that, but she wouldn't help them with the what they went there for, which was identifying more information about the snake that Mitsuki left. And so now she gave them a quest to go into this like cave or forest or something and get I don't know how I remember this, but I think it was like a reversal scale or a reverse scale or something like that from a giant snake that apparently the sage lady is confident they will not be able to do, and they will die. So let's see how our characters die in this episode, shall we? Alrighty, full length. We are going to be starting this episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. TV Tokyo! Yes. We get a little bit of recap for the recap that I just did. Haha. Gavaga. Reverse scale, yes. Wakata. Yes. Oh, yes. I just realized she said a nest teeming with giant snakes. There's gonna be more than one. I was thinking Garago was just a giant snake they had to deal with. I didn't realize they had to deal with multiple. Yes. So some of the creatures used for summoning jutsus is what they're talking about, possibly? Yeah. Their faces. This is real life though, Boruto. I think you need to be a little bit more careful. Oh, it's a big snake. Those crevices. Yum. It's a big snake. Oh. No, they're outside of the cave now in the woods. Taking down trees. There's like claw marks. Does snake have claws? What? What? Huh. Oh boy, a snake with claws. Or for some reason, those trees just have claw. Whoa! I don't think I'm supposed to watch this. I don't remember. Okay, I'm not gonna watch it for this episode. Shit, I can't remember if one of you guys told me that I'm not supposed to watch the new opening coming. Or see, I was told not to watch a new opening for Shield Hero that was coming very soon. I think it's the next episode of Shield Hero I watch as well. So I'm just not gonna. I'm not watching this opening just in case. I'll talk to some of you guys in the comments and find out whether I can watch it or not. Do 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 do. Hmm. Song's not bad. I can. I'll definitely get used to it. I definitely just tried to hum it and failed miserably, but. Man, my nose is bugging me a little itchy. Itchy, 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 itchy. Alright. Statue. Looks like stone. Is Garaga like a gorgon? Does he turn things to stone? What's behind you, Chocho? I think that's a snake. It snuck up that quietly on them, too? Oh god. Die. Oh. That's a big snake. Missing an eye. That's Garaga. Uh-oh. Time to fight a giant snake. Well, can you paralyze something that big? Yep, didn't think so. Oh, is that the scale? Oh. Lightning style. Oh no, Sarada! No, Sarada! What? Another snake? Why? Is it Orochimaru or Orochimaru's henchman, like summoning snakes? Or why? Why is the snake helping him? Are they the same size? The blue one looked a little smaller in the first shot, but now it looks very similar, very close. Oh, okay, we're back at the village. I did not expect to come back here. Okay. At least not at this moment. Message for his dad. Hmm. Nice. Shikamaru. So wise. But can't figure everything out, of course. Oh. Ooh, is he gonna wake up and tell him that there was other shinobi there? That wasn't just Mitsuki? Sakura. This guy's suspicious. Hmm. I don't trust him. I don't trust new characters that we haven't seen yet. Okay, so he did bring it. Yurito. Have we heard that name before? Somewhere? I don't know. I don't trust him! You see the way he was looking at them? He was too confident. Yes. And we're back to this. Okay, cool. Yeah, what's on your mind, Sarada? I mean, we know that Sasuke has summoned snakes before. Could it have anything to do with Sasuke? Oh, is this the snake? Is it the blue one? Is he gonna talk to them? Wait, yeah, it's not attacking you yet. It helped you before. But we've never seen Sasuke summon the snake before. So, I don't know. Can it talk? Yes. Lady Sarada. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Have we seen him before? Okay, so he can talk too. Alright, snakes with personalities. Cool. I like it. Boruto. So proud of that. Interesting. So violent. Uh, that's interesting. Okay. I mean, we knew supposedly that taking the scale was gonna make him less annoying to the lady, but the sage. Yeah. All right. Hmm. Wait, so did they already talk to the Chunin, or are they just going off what Ino found in his memory? Hmm. Are we gonna learn stuff we didn't know already? No. They wouldn't. Yeah, people from the Leaf Village wouldn't just kill other Leaf Village kids because they ran off to save a friend. Does the animation feel a little weird to you guys too for some of the characters? Just in like a couple of the shots. It felt like Sumier was like very like wide and like more round than before. And same with Denki as well. Interesting. She kind of looked normal there. It was just a couple of the shots, I think. Interesting. Maybe that was just a different animator that did those parts. I don't trust this guy. Look at him. There's no way we can trust him. Oh yeah, look at his face. Now it's obvious. Now it's clearly obvious. Look at that face. He's about to fuck that doctor up. He's about to fuck that patient up. He's about to fuck someone up. He took a needle. He took a needle. Evil. What's wrong, Hinata? I guess her son is left. Yeah. I didn't think of that. Yeah. They'll be okay, I'm sure. Maybe. And cut to them. Yep. Well done. Alright, Shikadai coming up with some strats. That's what we need. Ooh. The T-Rex. Oh. it's a shit. I was gonna try to think of something clever. Uh-oh. Come on, Chocho, you had so much time to do something. You could have jumped. You had enough time to look around and say he's so fast. Oh, his good eye. Nice, get Chocho out of there. Doing what little shadow possession he can do. Yeah. It's the Shika Inocho Alba combo. Go, Boruto and Sarada, you can do it! What's Sarada doing? Oh, the... Uh, back up. She's back up for when Boruto misses. Uh-oh, Venom. That's not good. I imagine. Oh, he is a Gorgon! He turns things to stone! I was right! Oh no, Chocho. Well, Chocho's dead. Wait. Ah, no, a cliffhanger. What? Shit. Oh. All right. An outro that I'm not sure if I'm supposed to watch, so I'm not gonna. I don't know how the sound goes. That episode went very fast. I like that episode. That was very good. I like this arc. This arc's so good. I don't know, like, apparently people didn't like this arc because of a lack of action, but I'm loving the story. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I don't need action for a story to be good. Messing on my phone for a little bit while the ending's going. Alright. No preview. Alrighty, guys. So that is the end of episode 76 of Boruto. That was a good episode, guys. So real quick, just to get out of the way, can you guys let me know if this intro and outro is okay to watch? If you don't mind, check it out. Just let me know if there's any like big moments that I shouldn't see, stuff like that. Anything that you guys feel would spoil something, something you want to keep as a surprise, let me know. If there's nothing in it, then I will watch the opening and outro next episode, and I will leave my reaction in for it for the first time watching it. Usually I do that. Unfortunately, when I do that, I can't have the actual footage of the opening going because of copyright with a lot of music and stuff like that. But I will, you'll have me talking about it, and I'll try to narrate what's going on in the opening and give my opinions on it. But yeah, so there's that. And as for the episode, great episode. I loved it. Once again, I was saying it during the outro, but I've heard from a few guys in the comments that a lot of people don't like this arc. Because there's like not enough action. But honestly, I'm loving the story that they're presenting us, and the way they're presenting it to us. It's not annoying. It doesn't feel too slow, and it doesn't feel too fast. It just feels good. Like I'm really having fun with this one. Like I'm having a lot more fun than I feel like I've had with any other arc that involves Boruto, I'd say, because of how bratty he used to be. And now this is like our first real arc where he's a lot better than he used to be, right? Um there's been other arcs that I really liked, like the Sarada one. I really liked mainly because I really like Sarada as a character, and she kind of like went off on her own, and we didn't have much of Boruto during that time, so I really enjoyed that one. But I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun now with this show, and it's great. And if this is considered a bad arc to a lot of people, then that makes me really excited for the good arcs then, if I'm liking this one so much. So that's cool. But yeah, so they went into the woods, and the woods and the caves, I don't know, they're kind of in both, like, intermittently. And they found Garaga, who is very, very big. But there's also another big snake, Alba, who saved them and is contracted to Sasuke, which I feel like we might have seen Alba, because we've seen Sasuke summon Orochimaru's snake, right? I can't remember that one's name. It's part of like the 3 summons of the legendary Sannin, right? There's like the shoot, now I can't remember the toad. Well, there's the giant toad, the slug, the chief toad or whatever. I think he has an actual name, but I can't remember. They call him like Chief Toad though. And then there's the slug that Tsunade does, and I'm not sure if Sakura can do that too now. We may have seen her do it. I can't remember. Um, and then we also have had Sasuke and Orochimaru summon the snake, right? But that's not the same snake. It's the same color, unless they redesigned it. But the old snake had like kind of like had like horns on it a little bit too, and it had more of like a more of a traditional snake like face, like with the nose and everything. I feel like, but I do feel like we may have seen Sasuke summon a different snake before that wasn't that one though, and it might have been Alba. I'm not sure. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. You guys that are way better at keeping track of this than I am. Someday I need to continue my rewatch of Naruto. I made it like 100 or so episodes into the first season before Shippuden, and then I took a break. But I might pick that up again soon to try to refresh some of this Naruto knowledge in my head, so that way I can make connections in Boruto, you know. But yeah, that was really cool that a snake that was contracted to Sasuke, which it wasn't that hard, but I kind of called it a little bit before it happened, which was cool. Although I was very wrong at first too, right? Didn't I say? I can't even remember what I said now, but I'm pretty sure I said something else at first. I was wrong. I was just throwing out ideas. But yeah, so they have the snake on their side. They're in the middle of the fight with Garga at the moment, but they convinced him to come help, and Shikadai came up with a plan, which is always great because he's a strategist. We don't need Boruto coming up with a plan because Boruto's plan would probably involve rushing at him because Boruto can do anything. No, Boruto still has a little bit of ego. He still has a little bit of overconfidence, I'd say, in his own ability. But at least he's not like really bratty about it too much, right? So, um there is a level of me that thought this episode, like, alright, Boruto, you need to be like humbled a little bit still, right? But I'm not annoyed by it, right? I just assume that it's not gonna go the way he plans, basically, uh but yeah, so Shikadai came up with the plan, they executed it, and it went poorly, of course. For some reason, Chocho got wrapped up. Once again, I mean, I do this with all my shows. I find the flaws in the characters' choices when they're in the moment, but you know, I guess, you know, I'm not the one in those situations, and maybe, you know, they are kids, they're not super experienced, but you know, a shinobi should be able to react a little faster than Chocho did. She was just kind of like, "Oh no, this is happening. Why is he moving so fast? Oh no, I'm wrapped up." Like, she could have, like, in all of that time, she could have, like, put her hands there to stop him from wrapping her. She could have jumped out of the way. I don't know if she can jump while she's in that big form. She could have released her big form and ran between his body parts, you know? Like he's coiling up, like, there's, like, gaps in between. She could have just ran out, you know? I don't know. There's a lot she could have done, but, you know, once again, when you're in the heat of the moment, like, I mean, there's times when I'm playing video games where I'm in the heat of the moment of something and I'm, like, you know, about to die, and I have a good amount of time to save myself, but I just am so in the moment that I just don't think of those things. So I just kind of die, and then when I look back on it, sometimes I'll be streaming or recording it or something, or I'll just be, you know, recapping the situation in my head, and I'm like, well, I had plenty of time to do this, or this, but I didn't do it, you know? So it could just be one of those situations where she was just overwhelmed by the situation, like sensory overload and stuff like that, where she couldn't even, like, come up with a strategy quick enough to handle the situation. So I don't know. I just figured I'd go on a rant about that real fast. but but yeah, and the venom from the snake is able from Garaga is able to turn people to stone, which we saw those stone statues, and I called it. I was like, is he a Gorgon? Like, I'm pretty sure Gorgon is a creature that is able to turn things to stone. I hope I'm not mistaken about that, but when I said Gorgon back then, I meant like a creature that can turn things to stone. I think I had the right name. There's also Medusa does that too with things that look at her. But yeah, there's several things in different mythological lores that turn things to stone. So it could have been any one of them, but I'm glad that prediction panned out. That was cool. I mean, because it could have been obvious, but it also could have been a statue. We didn't get a really good look at them. Like they could have been statues just built in those areas of monument, like the zone full of giant snakes. Kind of like if we're gonna reference something back to their summoning snakes, apparently, and if we go back to where we went to the Toad Mountain, there was like a ton of toads there that are rocks and stuff like that, like statues. Although I'm pretty sure those used to be actual people, right? Like, wasn't it them teaching sage mode to people, and if you don't take in the right levels of nature chakra or whatever, you turn into a frog. And I think they said you turn to stone too after a bit. So I think those might have been people too, in fact, which is interesting. That both these kind of sage places have, the kind of, get locked in stone mechanics, even though they work mechanically different. But I don't know. Just kind of interesting. I could be wrong about the toad stuff too. I just thought I remembered something. I just remember when when Naruto was learning the Sage mode, they'd like pick up the giant toad statues. So I definitely know there were some statues there. But yeah, that was cool though. I'm sure I made jokes during this episode, and for those of you who might not know that I do take this show seriously, but I do have some level of meta information that I go off of where I don't think Chocho's gonna be dead here, right? I'm sure she's gonna be able to get out of this stone statue mode that she's in. I'm sure maybe Alba will have a solution for it. Maybe Alba's venom is able to reverse it or something, or maybe Chocho can just break out of it. I don't know if it actually turned her body to stone or if it enveloped her in stone, right? If it enveloped her in stone, she can just break out because she's in there, but if it turned her skin to stone, she might need some kind of antidote or something. But I imagine Chocho is not dead, even though I made the jokes in the episode. Um, if she is dead, then fuck me, I just missed out on a very emotional scene. But yeah, uh, man, I did really like the scenes with Shikamaru having confidence in Shikadai, which we already knew from the previous episodes where they've been talking about, how Shikamaru kind of left it to Shikadai to, make this decision and gave him, like, the whole shogi reference and everything to go off of. And even though Shikadai thought he went against what his dad wanted, he really did exactly what his dad thought he would do. Shikadai didn't fully understand what Shikamaru was talking about, I suppose. But I really like Shikamaru's trust in his son and all of that, being able to fully, analyze this situation and really put these pieces together. Now, I had a question during this episode, which was, did they in the second like half of the episode we had a moment where Shikamaru was saying like Well, with the information we have from the memory of the tuning, Mitsuki's guilty, but I questioned whether or not they actually talked to him. It didn't seem like the tuning woke up yet. I don't think they talked to him yet, because we jumped over to this new character who I called pretty much immediately very suspicious. I don't trust him. Anytime there's like a new character introduced like that so quickly and so nonchalant, like how do you say that, nonchalantly? I just felt like it was definitely going to be something. But he took a, well, they showed him with the tuning who still seemed to be passed out, so I'm pretty sure they're still just going off the information that Eno pulled from his memory. They don't have any new information yet, so. And then to jump right over to that guy, I'm guessing, I wonder if he's one of the ones that's working with Mitsuki. Whatever is going on with Mitsuki with these other shinobi that are with him, I wonder if this guy is one of them, or like if he's a clone of one of them, or if he's like a, maybe those dolls, those like mud doll things we saw with Mitsuki right at the beginning of this arc. Maybe those things can transform into people. I don't know. But they definitely like knew who he was. So I wonder what happened to the original, right? Because they said his name during this episode, so he wasn't just like, I mean, and it makes sense because all the, like, at least he has a Jonin outfit on. All the Jonin should be known in the village, so they would have had to transform into someone who was definitely a Jonin. I just wonder what happened to him, the original one, because I'm assuming this one's a clone. I'm assuming I'm assuming this arc isn't so deep that there's been a traitor in the Hidden Leaf Village ever since this guy was like in the academy and grew all the way to being a Jonin just to, become a traitor now, right? But he, regardless of all that, he took a syringe and he was very curious as to where Sakura is. So I thought he was gonna kill the tuning that was sick in the bed. But maybe he's going to you know what? I also just realized those outfits aren't Jonin. They are tuning and higher, I believe. Now that I think about it. I'm stupid. That's just like a leaf outfit that I'm pretty sure you get when you turn tuning, because Shikamaru got one back in Naruto when he became tuning. I just want to correct that. I was wrong about that. I apologize. I just realized that. So this guy could definitely be a tuning. But either way, I feel like anybody that becomes a tuning because of like the extent of the exams and stuff, people in the village should still know him. So my point still stands. I was just wrong that he could be tuning or jonin, in my opinion. But yeah. But he took the needle. I'm wondering if he wants to kill Sakura, but I don't know why he would want to kill Sakura, right? Like, I would think if Sakura learned some information about all of this, the whole Mitsuki deal, that would make her a target, but she hasn't yet, so I don't know why Sakura would be a target if he is after her, or he's gonna sneak back in later to kill the tuning that's in the bed. I don't know what he's gonna do, but there's some fuckery going on with that. He's gonna be doing some shit in the next episode, I'm sure, but yeah, guys. I mean, I think that sums up most of what happened this episode. I really did enjoy this episode. It went quick. I like, there's some times where like there's slower moments in an episode and I'll actually glance over at the time and be like, all right, we're halfway through. But I like didn't even glance over at all. I was just like, into it the whole time. But, and that's not to say those episodes where I do glance over and look at the time I'm not enjoying it. It's just sometimes there's scenes where I'm like, well, might as well check on making sure all my recording stuff is still going, And I guess there was like a couple I could have done that, but I was just so into it, I just kind of didn't really bother. But yeah, guys, good stuff. Really enjoyed this one. Looking forward to the rest of this arc and what it has to offer. I really want to learn more about Mitsuki. I want to learn more about this guy in the Leaf Village that's up to no good. I want to learn how all of it's connected and what's going on fully, and yeah. and I also want to see the conclusion to this Garga fight and how Chocho becomes normal again and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you want to support the channel, and go into the description where there's a Patreon link if you want to support the channel further through that. You also get some benefits if you do. You get access to full length where you can see the entire episode uncut, watch it, or you can watch it along with me. You guys need your own footage and stuff like that. But and then there's also early access, which I'm, like I mentioned at the start of this video, I'm a couple episodes ahead at this point. So, you can see a few more episodes if you go there and check that out and support me on there. And I very much appreciate it if you do. It helps me, do more with my channel and further this this adventure we're all going on together. So, yeah, guys, and also keep an eye out on my channel. Within the next week or two, I'll be releasing a poll because my fairy tale series is about to end, and I'll be picking a new show, and I'll be doing a poll that you guys can vote on and help me decide what to watch next, so that way I watch something that you guys want me to watch rather than me just picking something random. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.